Welcome back to another video. Today we are in the Open Ultra League and we're going to be using the Shadow Feraligatr paired with the Virizion and the Shadow Skuntank in the back. So we got a decent lead here. This is going to be, they're going to throw the Roto Swing first. We're going to be able to tank that so we don't shield. We are going to fire off our own Hydro Cannon here. This Hydro Cannon will deal some good damage. They do shield. Okay, so they really don't want to see this Feraligatr, huh? Second Hydro Cannon goes through, gets it into the red, and at this point, we've already done our job with the Feraligatr. We've gotten a shield. We got this low enough so that we can farm down. We go for the farm down. They are going to throw a move. I think this is Brutal Swing. Yep, Brutal Swing does get fired off, and now we're going to see what they have in the back. Shadow Skuntank versus the Golurk. Okay, so this is a favorable matchup for us because we're going to get a shield here, or it's going to get a huge amount of damage. Then we're going to switch out into the Virizion. We know that they are going to be able to throw some moves. We're going to double shield this if we need to. Okay, there's the double Shadow Punch. They haven't switched out, so we're going to see. Okay, so it ends up being the Feraligatr in the back. We do have a ton of energy. We're going to make sure we overfarm. We build up to over 2 Elite Plates, fire off both of them, KO the Feraligatr, and now all we have to do is race to the Elite Plate because that Golurk is also weak to the Elite Plate. So GG Star Opponent able to win that game. They were double weak to Virizion in the back, and I guess in a way they were playing kind of an ABB team. All right, we got the Shadow Feraligatr versus the Cresselia. The Cresselia here is going to be okay against our Feraligatr. Cresselia is very tanky, able to reach the grass nuts, but we're going to fire off the Hydro Cannon first, dealing some good neutral damage. We're going to shield here because we know that we can get to another Hydro Cannon and threaten potential shield. So we're going to throw on timing here. We do go and fire off the Hydro Cannon. Does grab a shield on timing, so that's pretty good for us. We're going to let this one go. Ends up being the grass nut, and then they switch out into the Feraligatr. So Feraligatr versus our Virizion, we're going to be in a good spot here. We're going to find out real quick if they are going to want to use their last shield or not. We know that we can take one non-Shadow Ice Beam, and now we're just going to Oh, they actually are going to throw the Hydro. That's fine because we actually don't really care about the switch. We just want this low enough for a farm down. We do get the farm down with the Skuntank, and now we see the Shadow Typhlosion in the back. They switch out here, and then we're going to overfarm and get to 2 crunches. This is going to get the shield, or it's going to get the KO. Our opponent does let it go, that's fine, and now we're going to have an opportunity to throw another crunch towards this Typhlosion. Typhlosion is going to have to shield, and they have no choice but to try to farm us down. They do go for the farm down. We're going to let this one go because we know that they have a good amount of energy, and we think that we can get to a move with the Feraligatr because we have the shield, and that's exactly the case. So GG Star Opponent able to win that game with our Feraligatr at the end, taking out their Shadow Typhlosion. I'm pretty sure the winning play there was to let go of that Virizion and allow our Skuntank to just get a little bit of that extra energy advantage. All right, we got the Shadow Feraligatr versus the Dragonite. This is always a tough matchup because they're doing a tremendous amount of fast move pressure. We're going to have to shield here, and then we're going to throw a move. Let's see if we grab this shield back. We go for that Hydro Cannon. Oh, they actually called the move. And now we're going to look for the farm down. We do get the farm down. They come back in here with the Feraligatr. So we're going to fire off this Hydro Cannon to chip away. Now it's in range of a potential Leaf Blade and a Crunch. So let's see if that pays off. We are going to tank the Hydro. And oh, we see the Drapion in the back. So Drapion here is going to be interesting. We're going to fire off the Crunch. Trying to get a debuff. No debuff, unfortunately. They are going to fire off a move. Let's see if this is the Aqua Tail. Okay, so they're running properly Aqua Tail and Crunch. Let's find out. All right. They throw the move right before we get to the move. We're going to find out what moveset they're running. Okay, Crunch does get revealed, and they get the debuff. So that is really unfortunate. We're going to fire off the Sacred Sword to grab a shield. Now we have to shield here because now we're debuffed. We're going to fire off a Leaf Blade here once they revealed a Feraligatr. And now we're going to see if we're going to catch a move. No, unfortunately, unable to catch the move. And now they're going to be able to reach their Ice Beam. Yeah. So GG Star Opponent unable to come back from that situation. The Feraligatr at the end right there ended up being a very problematic Yeah, maybe we should have saved that Hydro Cannon with our Feraligatr. All right, so we got the Feraligatr versus the Steelix. This is a great matchup for us. They switch out into the Giratina. So Giratina, pretty... Okay, this is running Dragon Breath as well, so it's going to be pretty decent against our backline. We're going to stay in for now. We do get the Ice Beam to go off, which is really helpful because now we're looking for our farm down. Oh, unfortunately unable to farm down. So we're going to double shield here and just take all this energy. And let's see what they have. Okay, Steelix comes back in. We're going to fire off this Hydro Cannon here. It does grab the shield, and then we're going to fire off another Hydro Cannon. This is going to get that second shield. So just like that, we've already evened up the shield situation. We know this Steelix here is trying to gain a ton of energy. However, we do have the Virizion. They go for the Psychic Fang. It does debuff us. We're going to be able to get to the Sacred Sword immediately. This is a CAP tie, so we are going to be able to deal this super effective damage. Our opponent does elect to go for another Psychic Fang, so they are trying to either catch. Okay, they try to catch. We're going to switch out into the Skuntank here. Regular Feraligatr, so they are going to throw the Hydro Cannon. We can survive that. We can survive. Well, we're actually just going to take it out, actually, and then we're going to try to get to a crunch with our Skuntank. Is this enough to take it out? Yes, it is. So GG's to our opponent, able to win that game with the Skuntank, Shadow Skuntank with some energy. Looking pretty decent, huh? I was going to say, when we saw the non-Shadow Feraligatr, we could survive that Hydro Cannon, but I think with the Shadow Feraligatr, we could survive a Hydro Cannon as well, so I don't think it would have mattered. All right, next game, we get the Shadow Feraligatr versus the Shadow Machamp. They are going to be able to reach a move first. Unfortunately, we lag a turn. We miss out on one more Shadow Claw. We're going to fire off this Hydro here, and we're going to either grab a shield. Okay, there's the shield. We're going to switch out here into the Skuntank. Let's see what they have for this Skuntank. They're staying in and throwing a move, so we're going to shield here. We do shield the Stone Edge. Now we see the Miltank in the back. The Miltank here is going to be interesting because they are going to be spammy, and let's see what moveset what they're going to be running. Ice Beam does get revealed, which is fine. We're going to fire off our Cruncher to get the KO or this shield. They decided to let it go, that's fine, and then we're going to switch out into the Virizion when they have the Machamp. Okay, they try to throw on timing, and it looks like this cross chop here, you know, does 15%, something like that. They do have energy for another cross chop, so we're just going to shield here. What is this? Oh, ends up being the Licky. So Licky is coming back in. They are going to try to bulk their way through this matchup here. They have that shield. We do grab that shield, and then we get the CAP tie here. This is going to get this into the red. We try to switch out, but they did throw their move. Let's see what moveset they're running. Shadow Ball does get revealed, and we're going to switch out here. No, unfortunately, unable to get to a move. They are going to go for this body snap. We thought they were running double nuke moves. Shadow Machamp comes back in, takes out our Virizion, and unfortunately, the Skuntank is not healthy enough to take it out. So GG's to our opponent. Check out this team if you haven't already, and let us know if you enjoyed the video.